Tonight, 10 on Your Side investigates how students can continue their education after ITT locked its doors.
They're trying to enroll at other schools after ITT shut down last month and went bankrupt. Investigative reporter Chris Horne is looking at the many factors they have to weigh before they can get back to class. Chris?
Anita and Tom, student loans, transcripts, transferring credits. They do need to make some big decisions. For some, the best plan will actually be to start over. Former ITT students knew their school was in trouble, so it wasn't a complete surprise, but they're finding it tough to get back on their career path.
If you're already in, you're going to go all the way through to graduation, you'll get your degrees, don't worry about it.
That's what drafting student Gunnar Carson heard at a special ITT meeting in early September, a promise that would soon be broken.
3 days later, we're done, we're closing up.
Carson used about half of his GI Bill on ITT courses. He's working, going to school, and raising 2 kids with his wife. He's hoping most of his credits will transfer to his new school, TCC.
Because I thought I was going to get all the way through to a bachelor's there, and, you know, everything went up in smoke.
But classmate Matthew Simpson didn't have the GI Bill. After 9 months at ITT, he has about $12,000 in loans. In the wake of ITT's closing, we're hearing a lot about loan forgiveness, but it's not for everyone. Because if you get your loan forgiven, you lose any credits you've earned. So if you have substantial credits toward your career, it makes no sense whatsoever. But Simpson would rather wipe out the loan and his 15 ITT credits.
Unfortunately, I will not be able to use those credits and be able to stay out of debt.
Simpson's father, Ernest, was an ITT student too. They both want to transfer to TCC instead of a for-profit school.
I got burnt with the first one, so I won't be trying it again.
About 100 former ITT students have looked at TCC.
We really do feel like we'll be able to enroll perhaps half of those students for the spring semester.
Some credits will transfer, some won't.
Every student's transcript is being individually evaluated by our deans and our faculty to award credit.
The State Council on Higher Education in Virginia says ITT won't be the last career school to close.
It is very possible that we will see other school closures.
We contacted ITT's bankruptcy trustee. A staffer for trustee Deborah Caruso says the school has no comment. Everest College went nonprofit last year when its former parent, Corinthian, closed.
We have a few programs that correlate somewhat to programs that were at ITT in allied health, in the business degree program, and also in the electrical program.
Students there tell us they chose the nonprofit to spend less on what they see as the same education.
The money had a significant role just because this is 8 months, it's an 8-month program and it's half the cost. So he's kind of knocking out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Here's the cost comparison. A credit hour at ITT was nearly $500. At TCC, it's $176. In the Everest catalog, a credit can be as low as $218, but the school says grants and scholarships cover most student costs. Money aside, people like Carson are determined to finish what they've started.
At this point, I've come this far, I'm gonna get a degree.
Also, here's the latest. An agency that gives schools their accreditation just lost its standing with the U.S. Department of Education last week. That means 3 local schools, Everest, Stratford, and Centera College of Health Sciences, will need to find new accreditation. Each one does have an action plan to do that. And we have that and much more on WAVY.com. Chris Horne, 10 on Your Side.